Hello, hello, hello. How you guys doing? This is Agent Grimlock, the agent of fart. I am. You guys can call me Grim. And in a few minutes, we're gonna have Zero. A good buddy of mine, Curse Zero, coming on here. This is the ARN Talking Point today. This fun afternoon. It's up at 7 p.m. It's almost evening time though. Uh, also, this is the Anonymous Republic Network, affiliated with the Worldwide Resistance Network, also known as PWWRN. You can check out the channel. Um, there was a kind of an incident that happened earlier today. I was out and I was reading an article, over an article, and hold on here, I got a message here, message. Right, yeah. There was a explosion in the Atlantic. The Navy dropped a 40, basically detonated a 40,000 pound bomb under the Atlantic Ocean, which caused a quake in the amount of 3.9 on the Richter scale. And France did this years ago, years ago, near Australia and other places. And this was a time when Greenpeace, a environmental peaceful activist group, uh, went into protest against France's bomb explosion under the bottom of the sea. And what it would do, it would cause a lot of damage, not just under the sea where you got life, and life on these reefs were freaking dead because of these explosions and stuff. But this was right around the late '70s, early '80s, and French military was very big on anybody seeing what they're doing. They would stop the ship. They would point guns at people on the boat. Now, three people were arrested for the act, and they were members of the French Secret Service. And got to a point so bad that they blew up and partially sunk the Greenpeace. The ship was energy friendly. It didn't use. It was kind of a hybrid of its own. It used fuel, but also used wind sail. They added wind sails on this frigate sized boat. So the U.S. Navy had the carrier, remember the uh, and they wanted to try out this supposedly a new aircraft carrier. Not new, may have been refitted with some stuff, some new tech and whatnot. So the Navy dropped, basically detonated this 40,000 pound bomb off the coast of Florida. It caused a 3.9 on the Richter scale, in near Miami. Now, I don't know if anybody's buying this because decades ago, 40 years ago, the French did this. They were very trying to be hush hush, quiet quiet because Greenpeace was a big thorn in their side. They weren't no threat. They were environmental activists. Lived on a ship that not just used fuel, had a gas powered engine, but also had a sail mast that was added on the ship, and it was a first ever terrorist attack on a peaceful resistance protest against this explosion, thinking, "Oh, it won't kill life. If all right, here's all right."
Hey,
I saw you here, darling.
good. How about you?
Oh no! Where is the Jenny Jenny? Where is she? Where is the poor girl? I
I'm
don't see
here.
her.
I'm here.
Hello, darling. How you doing?
Good. How about you?
I am doing good here. Let me plug in my earphones here, my headset, so I can hear you better. Okay, here. Let me plug it in.
That's good because you need something raping your ear holes.
Oh yeah. All right. Where's the hole here? Where's the hole? That's what she said. All right. All right. All right. All right. Now we can hear each other now. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Before you came on here, darling, I was talking about the U.S. Navy, the the the, the U.S. Navy ended up exploding a 40,000 pound bomb off the coast of Florida to test out either a new aircraft carrier or one that they have refitted with new tech and new shit. And I was also talking about the Greenpeace was did the same thing. They had did it 40 years prior off the coast of near New Zealand or Australia, near there somewhere, where the French government sent in some agents from the French Secret Service to basically sabotage their peaceful protests out in the water and stuff, which they were doing the same thing, which did kill life. It killed life on the reef. It basically singed it like crazy and stuff. And so I did see your video. It was really interesting. Interesting. Don't I can hear you. Are your buds charged, darling? I did watch your video, and it was I guess YouTube removed your video, and I guess it was about the what was it, COVID-19? I did have a video removed here the other day. I I did the video. Let me see. I did the video last year, and it was titled "Are We Living in a Fake Pandemic?" It was basically questioning the COVID-19, the pandemic. Are we living in a fake pandemic or a actual pandemic? Period. And YouTube removed the video, and I tried to appeal it, but it seems that YouTube won't let me appeal the removal of the video and stuff. And I can hear you. No. Do you have headphones? Oh, dang. Well, it looks like we lost you for a moment. Should be back. Um, but yeah, the news. Okay. Connected here. Let's see.
Can you hear me now?
Oh,
Can you hear me now?
yeah. Yeah. Good. Good. Now. Again, I did see your video about 10 minutes ago, and I guess that YouTube removed your video over uh COVID-19,
Yeah, I was saying that
or what were you
that
saying?
the government with the COVID, our government's people didn't get COVID at all, but yet the American
No.
population of the 99% did,
Supposedly
but they
did.
didn't.
Um, no. Um,
And YouTube
now
censored me on it.
I came across an article on a thing on TikTok
Hmm.
about the lab in Wuhan have in their lab live bats in their lab, and I'm wondering if the saliva from the bats are were used to create the CV-19.
Well, what from what I heard was that they did bats and snakes. It's like, why would you use snakes and bats to create this?
Well, if it was a snake, it has. If it was a snake, it would probably be a very poison, a snake with a venom, a certain type of venom, like either a cobra or a rattlesnake, or one of the most poisonous snakes. I mean, but also you got poisonous frogs too in the world that have been used to back in the old times. They used to poison the frogs to kill their enemies and through the long tubes that they just shoot poison arms and stuff. And but um, there was a video last year of a woman eating a live, something like live, not cooking shit, and it was like during the time of the early stages of COVID-19, and I'm sitting there watching this video. This woman eats raw, like, um, darling, you think you might want to cook it first? But it's it asks I mean, we ask all these questions, but it seems that every question we ask is completely shut down. Now, go back last year of what Susan Wojcicki said on CNN and NBC News that if anybody talks out against the WHO or talk about vitamin D, vitamin C, zinc, whatever it is that can really help cure COVID, or to mention the hydrocolloid or talk about that, your video would be removed and they would consider it a policy violation. Now, I was sitting there like, why would you do that when people have a right to question these things? And I shared a short video on TikTok where they were talking about uh, the shots as mandatory mandatory and involuntary. This was like back in 2009 from the episode of Conspiracy Theory, which show lasts for only 2.5 seasons because it really started to push it too far and
Yeah.
started to get government. Okay, Will says here I have downloaded Chrome again. Okay, well, but but what happened to you is totally bullshit. I mean, I've heard seen people have their a video removed or a strike or a channel being terminated or anything that even come close to even answer the questions on those topics. Um, and Facebook ended up removing something that I shared from TikTok, which was like a really interesting thing to hear about. But they ended up removing it, and
Hmm.
I mean, they have their same excuses and shit, and so I don't know why they're so afraid of us knowing the truth. Why they're so afraid of us doing our research, and especially not just that, but also talk about it. Just insane. It's what happened to you, darling, is really just fucked up.
Yeah.
Another thing, our lovable hoe VP Kamala Harris stole family home of a late singer while she was the Attorney General of California. All right, we got Zero. How you doing, brother? Come on, Zero. Come on, man. Come on, you goofball. Where you at, man? What? Can you come in? Come on. All right, he's here. He's here. He's here. Wait. Hold on. If else, I'm gonna laugh. Come on, girl. Come on,
Oh,
man.
Jesus.
All right.
Is this even
Where
working?
is the bearded dude, man? Where? Oh, what? Oh, crap. Hold on. All right, come on. Okay, okay, okay. All right, he's on. Put this Canadian's butt
Hello.
back like a turd in the punch bowl.
Hmm.
Hey, my man.
So what are we doing?
All right, man.
What are we talking about?
The star of the video, yeah, the first story that and was the Navy has detonated a 40,000-pound bomb in Florida, which caused 9 quakes on the Richter scale.
That's a big ass earthquake,
Supposedly
bro.
sent out a new aircraft carrier, or maybe, yeah. And I was also talking to Jenny, seen her video, well, about 3 months ago, and
Yeah, they
the video
censored
was
one of her
blurry
videos.
over, yeah. And I was telling her I had one removed the other day, which was done last year. It was removed last year. Talking about if we were living in a fake pandemic or a real pandemic. It was any question anything. There was
Yeah,
no
they tried to
theory.
get
It
me
was
for
just questions.
misinformation on the COVID.
It was
I'm like, there's nothing there that says anything about misinformation about COVID.
There's nothing that talks about COVID-19 in your entire show, I bet.
Nothing. It just says, why is it that the 1% of the elite did not get the COVID, but yet the rest of us did?
yeah. I
Further
mean,
proves that our
when
government
you
does
when
not
you
give a
when you
shit
when you
about
really
us.
honestly, oh hell no, oh hell no.
They're
I mean,
fucking with us again. I ain't even
how
been here 3 minutes. They're already fucking with us.
they've been doing that since day fucking one, brother. Since
That's
day
why I always
one.
pre-record my shows and then I upload them
Uh,
so I have a copy of it, and no matter what, I can always throw another copy in there until it works.
I've been going
And
on
I've done that before. I've literally
well,
fucking done that before where I've done so much shit, Mickey Mouse finally gave the fuck up.
I even told them in the appeal, going, you are threatening my freedom of speech.
Fuck making an appeal. Make a new fucking video. Talk the same shit again. Just reword the title. Reword the title. Talk the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it boils down to. They did not like the way
well,
the title was worded.
yeah. I mean, it it would it wouldn't matter how you title it as long as you get to the point. Period. I mean, you can also get around the basically you can also get around the algorithm.
Right.
Get it? The pun.
Once you learn how to fight with the
Algorithm.
algorithms properly, you can walk freely a little more.
Did you guys see the post that I put up the other day? I was talking about the thing on Facebook. I got on my thing on Facebook, and I was mentioning
It's okay. They locked Z out. They totally shot him from his profile.
Dude, I get Facebook executed. I go directly to the guillotine. I do not go to solitary confinement. I go to the fucking guillotine. Fuck you. Fuck you all. I go directly to the fucking guillotine. There is no such thing as Facebook jail for me.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Don't even go straight to jail.
Put a pause here.
Nope.
Labs in Wuhan, China. Labs in Wuhan, China have testing from a live bat to keep them there from the rest of the world. Facebook keeps hiding the truth of labs in Wuhan, China. Tests on live bats could CV-19 from the saliva of live bats kept hidden from the world.
Right. They're testing the theory about a year and a half later, can the saliva of a bat actually transfer the COVID-19 disease? They're testing it. They're putting it against Newton's flaming laser sword. If you cannot bring it to experiment, then Newton's flaming laser sword wins.
Yeah. Here's a post I did on June 15th. I want to be buried face down on the snowflake of Antifa and the three founders of BLM Global Network, everyone at Facebook, everyone at Twitter can kiss my ass.
So what we've been doing about 27 minutes, talking about random nonsense because the government sucks. Am I
They
wrong?
exploded a bomb in the ocean.
Wait a minute. There was a bomb that went off in the ocean.
40,000 pounds. Yeah. Off the coast of Florida, brother.
Because I really can't hear Grandmaster that good.
They detonated an explosive.
Florida.
Yeah, what are the numbers on that?
Didn't it say like a 3 point
40,000 pounds?
That's the size of an atomic bomb almost, or half the size.
That's a 40-ton bomb.
Yeah.
Wait, you said 40,000? That's a 20-ton bomb. That's a 20-ton bomb. That's a 20-ton bomb.
It's huge. So massive, man. The explosion, man. The explosion alone was like massive, bro. 59 on the Richter scale.
That's a let's go have drinks outside.
I mean, gridlock, Grimlock.
That's almost 40 years ago. France did it on the coast of Australia.
20-ton bomb.
And if you remember,
which ocean did they blow it up again? Blow it up in?
If you remember, Green Coast.
Where did they blow up this 20-ton bomb, Grandmaster? The coast of Florida.
Off the coast of Florida.
Yeah, from what I read and learned, they were supposedly trying out this new supposed aircraft carrier or an old one with new thing of technology.
Now, here we go. Inferencing. Whenever astronauts do training for extraterrestrial walks, they do it underwater. Why do you not think that they test bombs underwater, being off the coast of Florida, right around where Kennedy Space Center is supposed to be?
Yeah, up near Miami.
I I don't care. You're in the same
cut one
state.
off.
You're in the same state off the coast of the state that has the space station that shoots the rocket off for NASA 92% of the fucking time. You just exploded a bomb in water.
Yeah.
Are you training for space missions? First question, are you training for space missions? First question would come out of my mouth. This is why I need to be a fucking news reporter. Because I bet you they'll be like, because I asked the hard questions, motherfucker.
Would be because if they're training to do spacewalk underwater, maybe they're doing this doing this doing this next underwater for what? Detonating on the moon or yeah, like
But what would they need the bombs for
on
if they're
asteroid
doing that?
belt. But well, it's been 40 years ago when at the time when the Greenpeace boats was sabotaged, killing one person and totally dismantling the boat itself. Largely some
Yeah,
punishment.
it's take out the mothership. It's take out the mothership theology. You take out the mothership, the whole craft fall. The whole army will fall. You take out the mothership, all the drones die.
But the Greenpeace was a um, energy friendly ship and used wind power as well as fossil fuel for the fuel and whatnot. So it was like the first ever ship to have a hybridation of both wind and petrol fuels for the boat. Up detonating it, sabotaging the boat, killing one person, and three agents were sent for doing 10 years, 10 years
I,
for
I
terrorism.
can't get this story, and I know it's fucking epic. I can't fucking hear this shit. And it's starting to piss me off. That's why I said something. It's like Grimlock's over there telling an epic fucking story, and it's so low and choppy that I'm not catching it at all.
Well, what I was saying was that France sent some agents undercover as tourists to sabotage the boat. It was it had
Okay, France sent undercover
wind
agents.
power. It had yes.
That's where I'm
And they
at.
were
France
from
sent undercover agents.
and these were from the French Secret Service. And so I mean, it was it killed one person. It killed one person.
And it's not Jenna's microphone or camera or anything. It's because he's the host of the connection. And I've noticed this before. I've even noticed this on my streams. Whenever I was on StreamYards, the host of the connection will have the laggiest connection.
Hope not. I'll be pissed.
Yeah, I
But
know.
yeah,
I'm trying to hear the story about French secret agents doing something.
they sabotaged the Greenpeace ship, sending it
Okay,
from
they sabotaged a green ship.
A.
I caught they sabotaged a green ship.
The Greenpeace
Greenpeace ship. Okay, they
Greenpeace
sabotaged a Greenpeace ship.
ship boat. It was a Greenpeace activist boat
Grimlock has so much fucking information, and this really sucks that this is acting like this, man.
because because they would go and they'll protest the detonation of the bombs that France was doing underwater, as the Navy was doing the other day. Same
Oh,
type of
so the
shit.
French did this. The French
Because
did this in the
damage
'60s.
to
I
water,
finally got the fucking
killing
story.
lives.
I finally got the fucking story. The French did this in the '60s, and they went to attack a boat that was against
Um,
them bombing in the water.
but why are they really doing it is that we do not know.
I have a theory. They're testing explosives underwater for space theory. Space theory is my answer. Space theory. That's my answer. Space theory. Because whenever you test astronauts, you do it underwater. Whenever you have to test your weapons. You have to test your weapons, and they're testing their weapons in a
In the
quote
'70s,
unquote
during the
weightless
Korean War,
environment. Yes, we're testing weapons in a weightless environment. Yes, I'm going directly to this is a space experiment. This is exactly where I'm going with this. This is first thought: bombs exploding underwater, space experiment. We're on the cusp of learning how to actually achieve weapons that can actually be used and fired in space because we're dumbass fucking humans and we're greedy, and just in case we got to be able to kill whatever the fuck pops up and ask questions later about it. And they thought 20 tons? Dude, 20 tons is not going to do shit. Maybe blow the fucking dust off your ass crack. That's about it. That's what 20 tons is going to do in space.
what is your
Or
thoughts on the current UFO? No.
UAF, unidentified aerial phenomenon, UAP.
What what is your thoughts on a multiple UFO? Yeah, NASA has admitted that they are real and shit now. I mean, how come they didn't say it right away instead of saying, well, okay, yeah, we got if it's
Because they
aliens,
waited
it's
for
just like
something. They waited for something to cover it up so it
um,
can still be considered a
this has been
conspiracy
the
theory.
most I've ever
COVID
heard
has covered up.
this.
COVID has covered up the acknowledgement of the United States government telling the American citizens that extraterrestrial beings and extraplanetary beings exist by using COVID itself. That is my actual understanding of what had happened. What in order to keep the sheeple distracted, so that whenever the distraction was gone, they'd not realize what they said during the distraction. So that was, yes, that is one of the most important things stated while COVID has been going on. While Blovit has been in session, there's been about 2 to 3 things stated
Yeah.
that have been forgotten. But yes, UAPs is number fucking one, the most important one that has occurred. And people are gonna forget that Rush Limbaugh passed away, but no,
That's
Pig Pun and Rush Limbaugh are in a different category than all other
yeah.
resistance fighters. Rush Limbaugh's cigars took him out, and Big Pun's weight took him out. Every other resistance fighter that has been taken out was done by the enemy, the elites, the 13 families. Whatever you choose to call them, don't divide them into subgroups, etc. Bilderberg, Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Bohemian Grove. That's 13 families. There's 13 fucking groups right there.
To the viewer, this Talking Point will also be seen on the TWWRN channel on YouTube, and it will be sent within
I will
weeks
personally apologize for
once we put
Agent Grimlock's connection.
you guys can call me Grim. Um, but yeah,
No,
long
I
story
like you
short,
being Optimus Prime's doppelganger. Agent Prime. I like that.
oh yeah. I also want to talk about that. There's um, a late singer that passed away in '03. She had her estate taken away from her daughter and granddaughter by the beat Vice President Ho, Paul Harris, when she was Attorney General of California. Um, the
I
daughter
heard
was accused of
you
financial
first.
crime. Um, the daughter was accused of embezzling money and also doing something evil to her mom, her late mom's charity, which was not true. This this was more of a political thing, and uh, the family of the late singer lost the home, and the estate went to white people, which was like totally,
So
totally uncalled for.
so to bring up we're talking about property, okay? So bringing up on staying on the subject of property, okay? This is how we're going to link these two subjects. Charles Manson. Charles Manson, the Charles Manson house, the slaughterhouse,
Yeah,
the actual house where everything went down, that's sold recently sold for 5 times the asking price. I'd like to inquire about the new residents. Why did you pay so much? Are you related? Are you a fan? Why did you pay so much?
well, the question is, well, the question is this though: was the new owner related to the actress Sharon Tate and or the
Right,
director?
right. Were you
Uh,
related? Are you a fan? Yeah, the first one is
or
directly. Were
were you
you
related to
related
any
to
of the
any
victims?
victims? Yeah, were you related to any of the victims? Are you a fan of the celebrity? Yeah. The first two questions,
Or
which one is it?
or or if you were the child of Charles Manson himself.
Whoa. If you're the secret love child and you're the only one
or
that knows that your daddy is Charles
or
Manson.
or child or
Right.
grandchild of the guy himself, or one of them
Right.
all.
Are you related or are you a fan? Because you can only be a fan of Manson, but you can be related to victims or Manson. Yeah, which one is it? Here's the line. Why did you pay 5 times the asking price for this house?
He does, he does have a son with a former follower, and his son looks just like the guy, face
I've
wise. I'm like,
seen that on YouTube.
he ain't fucking, he ain't,
He
he
looks
ain't fucking dead. That
exactly
fucking
like
lie.
Charles Manson.
And this was an interview. I'm like, that fucker
Can
must
I find my
haven't
camera?
aged much. What the hell, like,
It's like, wait a
dude.
minute. He's like, wait a minute. Oh shit, did he just get arrested? Oh, that's his son. This fucking camera don't like me right now, bro.
But what's funny is that he was adopted. He was adopted. He didn't know anything about his dad until he met his birth mom. then she explained
Right.
who he was, but he didn't know until years he went and saw his dad. It's like
I need a cameraman.
like but I mean the late singer lost her state. Her daughter was the caretaker of the estate and was certain with a rest if she didn't resign as caretaker of not just the state but also the charity that her late mom founded. And the granddaughter said that the mother almost died through this stress and shit because this was her mom's home, you know. And Paul Harris, the first political hoe, took this took the estate from the family and gave it to white people.
Hey. We have to wait. We have to wait until August of next year. And then once like July, August of next year begins, everybody be on the lookout for Biden to die. Everybody be on the lookout for like August, end of July, after that time frame for Biden to die. So Camilla can walk in with just a little under 2 years on her belt so that she can run twice to become a 10-year female African American president. Be on the lookout for it. And I'll say it for a year until it occurs.
She has she's of she's not black. She's Indian descent. Indian descent.
But that's how they're going to spin it. Cause why? Hey, black people, don't forget that you are there. Don't forget you're there. That's how Black
And
Lives Matter
also
started. The government simply
and
whispering into the ears stating, don't forget you're there.
to the viewers, if you all live in the Bay Area, remember Kamala Harris was a hoe in the early '90s. She was a political skank who lived beyond her knees and flapped back her wings open.
Clean up on aisle three. Clean up on aisle three.
This is why I don't keep up with politics, bro. This is why I don't. I don't even know who this
Kamala,
African American
Kamala Harris,
vice president is. You see,
her parents, one of her parents was Indian descent. And
Native American.
Dot, you are here.
Oh, Dot. Oh shit. So they're basically going to put a female Obama in charge for
They're
10 years.
they're,
Holy
they're gonna
shit.
say they're gonna say she's black. She's not black.
Except Obama was Kenyan. Obama
And
was like half from Africa.
and his wife had a bigger dick than he did.
Well, it's not hard to do with the men in this generation for a female to have a bigger dick than he does. It's not that difficult.
I got a question to ask you guys. How do you find a blind man on the beach?
How do you find a blind man on a beach?
Is it hard?
It isn't hard. It isn't hard. I get it. I get it. I get it.
How do you get a nun pregnant?
How do I get a nun to what?
Get, how do you
I
get a
still don't know
nun
what you
pregnant?
said. How do you get a nun
How
pregnant?
do you get a nun? You fuck her.
You lower the pew. You lower the pedestal.
You fucker.
I still haven't caught the punchline.
You fucker.
You fucker. Yeah, you just fucker.
Yeah.
That's how you get
Yeah.
that's how you get any woman pregnant. You fuck her.
With Z, that's not hard to do. They can mistake him for Jesus and they'd still do it.
There were.
Well. Sometimes it
Did you
does
know?
sound
Did you
quite
know that?
religious in the lovemaking room. Oh Jesus! Oh God! Oh Jesus! Oh God! Okay, can you just not?
Get out, Z. Get out.
That's like. That's like. That's like. Is she getting DP'd or trained? Or are they doing the train?
Why don't we just make it airtight?
Oh, oh, oh wait. What if the guy's a woman?
Then the guy can only be DP'd. A guy
Because
cannot
if
go
it was a
airtight.
guy, if it was a woman, I tell you what. Look, religion is the biggest scam out there. They collect all the money, but yet God's all powerful, all knowing, all wise, but he's broke.
Stop subscribing to a single world theology. No, do you think that if we actually no, honestly, everybody hold the fucking phone. Do you think if we legitimately found an extraterrestrial species that we can be civil with, do you actually think Christian missionaries will go to them?
Nope.
Two reasons. They're
That
automatically demons.
that
The Christian viewpoint, they're automatically demons. The extraterrestrials viewpoint, we already know. We know. We know. We're here to help you. We know. Because I don't know what quote
you,
this is, but I heard that
you
this was a
know
quote. If you show somebody in the 15th century technology, it is imperceptible to magic. If extraterrestrial technology came to us, it is imperceptible from God, from the omnipotent.
one of my favorite paintings that's done. It's called The Last Supper. It's one of my favorite paintings of all time, and it has Jesus in the middle doing this, just all his apostles. But did you know that one of the apostles was actually a woman?
Yes, it's the one closest to Jesus.
Mary Magdalene, his wife. But of course you
She
can't do
was the
that
favorite.
because you can't do that because you're a heretic, you're a liar, you're a scumbag, you're a fiddle faddle. Suck my dick, you fiddle faddle.
There even was a female pope back in the day,
Yeah,
and she got
yeah.
killed
Yes, there was.
for
They erased
being
her from
pregnant.
existence.
They erased her from existence.
They erased her
She
from
got pregnant,
existence. They erased her from
and
existence. They even changed her name to a male's name later in the history books, as well as I'm almost positive it was 15 apostles, and there was one female. There was a darker skin than everybody else, or two darker skins than everybody else. But I can't remember what the actual up one in question technically was. There was something special about these next three.
Mary Magdalene,
There was a
Jesus' she taught the Sunday school.
she her 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 tomb is in France. Now, if you ever watched Da Vinci Code, her tomb is right underneath that big glass. that's on the ground that's right above. It's like looking down.
Is
I
Grimlock
just
laggy for you too, Jen?
He's his voice thing is very low.
Oh, so you just have the volume problem. I have the lag and volume issue.
Hmm.
can you hear me now?
Oh, that's definitely four. That's definitely four. Before it was like one and a half. I could barely hear you.
Is a four a Richter scale after Taco Tuesday?
You're funny.
I could be a dick
That's him. That's the
sometimes.
dick right there.
Sometimes.
Z.
No, I mean, it's like with with Manson and his kid, dude, on that interview, it's like
That's
he
crazy, dude.
um, I was I was
That's
at my son's
crazy, dude.
I was at my I went to to see my son and gave him his mail, and people have told me you look like your dad completely. I'm like, duh, dude, but it's the beard, man, the whole beard. Just that my dad has always had a beard his whole life, and only twice he shaved it off. Twice in his lifetime. Um, I've been growing out a beard for almost 12 years, off and on.
Yeah, my dad can't take off his beard either. He looks too much like his mother when he does.
I shaved every day for like 3 to 5 years in a row, and now my beard, I don't get 5 o'clock shadow. I get noon shadow. That shit will pop right the fuck back out.
I Some people know that I grew my beard out down to here, down to here, and
Oh yeah.
I never
Huh.
I
You
never
do that
shaved.
every Christmas. You could go be Santa for the kids.
I went and talked to my niece and nephews. They go, "Hi Santa." I'm not Santa. I am Butter Claus.
You're
I drive a
Funka Claus.
I drive a red cherry red Impala with 6 Cochinas.
Wow. It's Funka Claus. I was about to say Krampus, but apparently not.
Grandpa was my bitch when I got him drunk and fell fuck his ass on East
Oh
Coast last
shit.
year.
Oh shit. Krampus was Funkus Claus's bitch. Oh shit.
Oh yeah, but I also want to talk to you guys about another story. The mother, how you guys remember the shooting of Tamir Rice back in 2014? The 12-year-old kid who was killed by the
Nope.
cops.
Nope. Don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, 2014, Tamir Rice was a 12-year-old black guy. It was he was shooting either a BB gun or airsoft gun that looked almost real to a certain view. Cops came, drove up, got out of the car. Not even 3 seconds, they shot the kid 3 times. Each cop did 3 times.
Reminds me of this deputy that I just saw that tased this young man for walking into the backyard of his girlfriend's house and wound up finding him in possession of marijuana and had him for resisting arrest. Whenever he tasered him, there was a fire pit behind him, and whenever the dark skinned individual fell, the fire pit actually broke.
Yeah. So the mother of Tamir Rice called out BLM and Sean King. Now we all know Sean King is a white guy. he was asked, "Are you black? What's your parents name?" Well, he'll say, "Well, my mom's white, my dad's black." Okay, until his parents says, until they until they find his parents, the bastard's completely white, completely white, and he was making money off the kid's death. He was raising money off the kid's death. His mom says, "I didn't ask you to do this." Period.
What the fuck are you using as your microphone, Grandmaster?
I'm using I'm using a Turtle Beach, a Turtle Beach.
Well, it sucks at picking up sound.
Here, let me change my thinker, man. Let me
It sucks at picking up sound.
don't worry, I'll do that.
What the fuck?
So, can you hear me?
That definitely sounds like something I can keep up with if that's your base level.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a good base level. I think he's just trying to be quiet.
If you can hear me, word your
I can hear you.
Oh my god. This is fucking with me. It's fucking with me is the issue. Because he's froze right now. He's Laggy McLagerson. He's froze. He's lagging.
He's gone. And Grimlock is totally frozen.
okay. See here. Okay, all right, good.
We always have
If you hear me,
difficulties trying to put together a damn stream. It sucks.
Z, we need to get him over to stereo.
dude.
Yeah, it's a okay. The way I'll introduce it, it's quite like podcasting, Grandmaster. And you're the kind of person that can literally sit there and talk to yourself. So you can make good shows on fucking stereo.
Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, bro. That's what I heard.
Bro, if you can hear me, cut the cheap.
He wants you to fart.
Yeah, that's why I didn't make a raspberry with my mouth. Because it's not working. So I wanted him to understand that this is not working properly still. It's still laggy McLagerson and the volume sucks.
Hold on.
But Jen comes in loud, clear, no lag, no jump, no nothing.
Okay.
There is no lag at all on Jen's side. I can barely hear you, yes.
And zero is
Okay.
pretty much killing my eardrums.
Like what? My shit's way. Oops. Was that button on push? External volume down.
My mic's fine, man.
Did you poop in the bathroom?
No,
Did Troy poop in the bathroom?
no. Okay.
Testing 1 2 12.
Let's see.
Is that lower? Is that better, Jen? Jen?
Yeah.
Is that better, Jen? Okay.
Yeah.
As long as I'm not busting your eardrums now. I think I figured out a way I can lower myself.
All right.
Is that you?
You're good, man. You're good, man. You're good.
Okay, okay. So who did not go boom boom in the toilet? We was talking about who did not go boom boom in the toilet.
Because I didn't poop. You just really don't know how to shut the hell up.
No, I got a question. No, I wanted anybody want to throw in something here? Throwing anything?
Yeah, we've been dealing with technical difficulties for 7.5 minutes. I don't actually have anything to say though that we haven't redundantly covered.
Yeah.
Like, dude, there's 8 stacks of irrefutable evidence here that every sheeple needs to go through. Go ahead. Remember Tesla had what?
A few years ago, a test, 4 tests, and it was like 4 hours long.
I can't understand what he is talking about to give him an answer.
Test such as a sensor.
A test?
Do you remember a 4-hour test we did a few years ago? A video test, a censorship test.
Oh, right. I remember now. I remember exactly what he's talking about. I remember exactly what he's talking about. We went how long can we go before the algorithm took us out? And it was
Oh, look, the algorithm took Z out.
Wait, Zero and I did 4 videos, and we ended up getting fucked with different ways. Wow, I mean, we were talking about um, we were talking about different things, and
Grandmaster.
I mean, it was anything.
I mean, Grimlock.
Going out there.
Grimlock.
Yeah, yeah,
Hit the cam mic button,
yeah.
then hit the mic button, then turn off automatically adjust mic volume, and then turn your mic volume all the way the fuck up. There's a gear that has cam mic, and then click on mic, and then there says automatically adjust volume. Unclick that box. and then turn that bar all the way the fuck up. Like, I just turned mine down halfway so I'm not blowing Jenna's ears away. He probably turned it down.
Go the other way.
To the right, to the right, to the right.
Like you're swiping right on those
Can you hear me?
dating apps.
Okay, yes. Now bring the bar all the way up as far as it can go.
Okay, let's see, speaker.
No, not speaker, microphone. You go to the cam mic gear.
Okay.
There's a cam mic gear. And then you go to audio.
Okay.
And then there's automatically adjust microphone volume. Uncheck that. There's a mic volume beta bar. Bring that bar all the way the fuck up. He clicked leave. He clicked leave. Oh man. See, this is how it always happens. Always having a good conversation and Grandmaster lose connection because we know you're watching Grandmaster. We know you're watching Grimlock Prime very fucking closely. You want to know how closely? Closely enough that your internet signal can be picked up by his antenna. That's how close we know you're watching Grimlock Prime.
You know how no, I saw all your pores on your nose.
They're closer than that to Grimlock. They're closer than that to Grimlock. They're close enough that Grimlock can actually, if he knows the password of their Wi-Fi, that's the word. He can actually have 4 bars worth of signal. 3-4 bars worth of signal. That is how close they are to Grimlock. That's how close they are surveilling Grimlock. And we know this from group chats. We see it in the group chats. He's like, what the hell is this? And I'm like, it's that van across the fucking street, brother. Watch. And he's like, you know what? There is a van sitting across the street that looks very suspicious. I'm going to go make a movie. I'm going to go make a video in front of it. And you know what he does? He goes makes a fucking video in front of it. He crazy. He fucking crazy. Whenever you see him walking around, he walking around that fucking van. About a third of the time, he's walking around that surveillance van on his fucking videos. I can bet you. Do. Oh, by the way.
What?
Today in the sheeple world, a herd of cattle escaped going to the slaughterhouse.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, You know landmarks like I do. So you're like, wait a minute, is that a landmark? Yes, that's a landmark.
Who's going
you
to
get
the
my pass.
slaughterhouse then?
That's the point. That's the point. That's the landmark that the slaughterhouse has appeared on. Slaughterhouse ahoy. We see the slaughterhouse on the horizon now. It is there. We are this fucking close. Like, are you going to fucking lead us all to slaughter sheeple? Are we stuck in the conglomerate where we can't fucking get out of the fucking herd right now? Are we fucked? Because you know, if you're in the middle of the stampede and you want to get out of the stampede, you can't get out of the fucking stampede. It's very difficult. Because that stampede moving one fucking direction, yo. You feel me, right? I don't know where Grandmaster went.
I don't know either. In other news,
Yeah, that's what I just did. I just did in other news, so.
oh, my
In other
appeal for
news.
that censorship got okayed.
Oh, so is the video back up?
Yes.
Oh, so the video's back up.
Yes. They did
I'd like
not
to go
find
view
what
this
they were
video.
trying to get me on.
I'd like to go through this video since it's available to the public now.
Mm-hmm. And there's one after that did get approved. I think it's before it that I was raging war on YouTube for violating my right to free speech.
Right. If this video gets taken down, you are violating my right to free speech. Here we motherfucking go. Has Grimlock returned?
He's loading.
He's loading.
He's loading. He's got no volume whatsoever.
He's fighting the algorithm monster.
So much that A took his voice away.
Right. Is he froze?
Try again.
Yeah,
Grimlock.
he's froze. He's froze.
Yeah. Try again. Ooh,
That
that's about
is
a
terrible.
1.
No, that's like 0.2. That's about as much as the population affected by COVID. 0.027. Percent. That's 27/100. That's just a hair over a quarter of a single percentage point of humans affected by COVID-19. Now, you want to know the people affected by the virus? Over half, 50%. 50%, not a quarter of one single percentile. 50% people who have taken the COVID-19 vaccine have been affected negatively by the COVID-19 vaccine. Yeah, you're still at point. You're still at the amount of humans affected by the COVID-19 virus. That's your volume. It's there, but it's not hearable. That's that. Yeah, no.
A robot.
No. That's definitely a no.
We gotta get him over on stereo. We do.
We got to sell him some Girl Scout cookies to stereo somehow. He'd like it. Like I said, he'd be able to sit there and talk to himself. He can talk to himself, bro. And he'll save his fucking shows. And he can share his shows on stereo. And he can run into intellectually as well as mature people. We're not ignoring you. We're just allowing you to know that your shit sucks right now. As soon as you actually break conversation officially, that's whenever we will acknowledge that Grimlock has returned. Okay, the I know was actually 1 for 1. That was a 1. That was officially 1.
Aww. She's complaining about adult duties.
Who's complaining about porn?
Adult duties.
Oh, I thought you said boobies.
Boobies.
Adult duties.
Oh, poopy.
Like,
Oy vey.
get the fuck
Just
out.
say oy vey. Just say oy vey and move along.
Okay. All right. Can you hear me now?
Okay, that is
Oy
two.
vey.
That is number 2 volume. That is 2 notches of volume.
That would be nice if we actually had viewers in the live.
Right. No.
I didn't hear a fucking thing.
No is the answer. That was like a referee at a football game can do a better job than you right now. Like, I can actually understand the referee at the football game. That's 3 syllables and 15 words. Like, no, that's incomprehensible. And you fucked up the volume again. Now you're back down to like the COVID-19 has affected the human population. Nope, your volume is the amount that of the humans affected by COVID-19. It sucks. Your volume sucks.
We're just taking the show to frickin' fix his microphone.
Yeah, this has been a 23-minute ongoing process, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
So everything was fine until I appeared. Like always, I fuck with the algorithms. I bring the algorithm monsters with me. They follow me every fucking where.
No,
Ever
because
since
I could
that day
barely hear him either.
ever since that day that Grandmaster and I did our censorship test, it's gotten worse. Like, they've tagged us, and like I stated, they tagged him so hard that he has a surveillance fan that pops up on his Wi-Fi signal every now and then. And we see it. We fucking see it because Grandmaster shows it to us in a messenger group where he's like, hey, yo, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, yep, they're watching you again.
Pretty much. A buddy of mine is like, DQ, don't release the freaking government's thing. They're going to kill you. Like, if they wanted to do that, they would have done it already.
No, they won't directly kill individuals. They'll make sure to strip the individual financially. For example, they took my dog, they took my uncle, they took my house. I'm just back to my knees now to actually sit here and broadcast with people again.
The
Whenever I
government doesn't
came back
want
and
you
y'all saw me
exposing
in,
them.
yeah, whenever I came back and y'all saw me in that house in that little bitty room, I was just lifting my head off the ground from being fucked over. Dude, I'm telling you, this enemy may be slow and stupid, but they have more numbers than us. Think about it: 7.6 billion humans on the planet. 1% of 7.6 billion is 7.6 million. There is roughly 7.6 million elite. There's not there's not hundreds of thousands of resistance soldiers, warriors, army killers, that we can't even hit 500,000. Let's put it that way. Hundreds of thousands is over 500,000. We have a couple 100,000. We don't have hundreds of thousands. You get my points here?
Mm-hmm.
We have a couple 100,000. We don't have hundreds of thousands. And their 7.6 million overwhelms us at this point in time.
Mm-hmm.
What we need,
He's loading.
and I keep on saying this, is what we need is to figure out how to break out of our personal echo chambers, stop being solitary practitioners, stop being small group practitioners, break out into the fucking scene and join together, resistance fighter, because the more of us that there is, the more likely the sheeple will actually look at us with a confused face instead of saying, "Bass, blasphemy, bad blasphemy," which will raise our numbers, which will raise our numbers. And think about it, 7.6 million plus under 500,000, that only makes maybe 8.1 million. The answer is obviously no, Grandmaster. Um, that makes barely 8.1 million. Barely, if it makes that much.
Yes.
7.6 billion human beings on the fucking planet. Now think about how many that still leaves over for the sheeple to just be led to slaughter. Think about it. And the elite have the Georgia Guidestones that say 800 million is the limit. 800 million is the limit, but we're at 7.6 billion. Why the hell do you think they made us put these muzzles on? Why the hell do you think they're pushing the vaccine on us? They forced us to put the muzzles on. They're pushing the vaccine on us. Something bigger is coming, and it's walking into the store and buying your groceries with your face. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. And if you don't have the internet currency, and I'm not talking digital currency, I'm not talking Bitcoin, I'm not talking the US fucking dollar. If they don't like you and you're shadow banned, etc., and your shit gets banned, if you're not creating content, you don't have currency. That's what it'll come down to. Your creative content that you're giving to them is what your currency will be. That's exactly what the social credit score system is. Creative content points. Creative content points is exactly what the social credit score system is based around. And we're not 10 years from this occurring. Why do I know this? Now, we can almost hear you, Grandmaster. That's almost good enough. But we're not a decade from this because it's worked. It developed in China, tested in Australia. It has moved to Europe. It has moved to Europe. Once it hits Europe completely, it's being taken up by like 1, 2, 3 countries in Europe right now. Once these countries adapt and directly go and say, "Oh yeah, this is the way it needs to be," dude, it's international. It's hit the international range. Once it passed the beta test in Australia and was approved, I don't want to say it was Sweden, but I think it might have been Sweden. That was the first to jump on the fucking train. We're fucked. We are fucked. We're dead.
Yep.
We're dead. We're fucking dead. And all you can do about it is bitch and complain and keep on going to your dead end occupation until you can sit at your house all day and do creative content. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? Doesn't that make everything so much easier because everything is automatized and everything is automized and everything is already taken care of? You just sit at your house and play on the internet all day. Yeah, it's a very easy life. But As with every time something gets easier, how much privilege will we relinquish? How much freedoms are we relinquishing this time? Everything. There's a the syringe is already three-quarters plungered inside the mind of the human species. The entire human race. One human race. And we're dead. Dude, we're fucked. We're fucked. It's very bleak, and just in all things, the humans will not realize until the final second. And then that's whenever they want to band together.
Yep.
Well, you know what? Well, you know what? It's the beginning of the final second. What are you going to choose to do?
Shit, I'm fighting with everybody else. I'm gonna be on that battlefield.
That's it. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Or whatever's in the vaccine kills the people that took it.
I've already stated that 50% of vaccine users have been negatively affected. And I'm thinking about putting this turkey in the oven, Grandmaster, because we can't get you into the conversation.
All right. Okay. So let's open
Yeah,
this thing
that's
down together.
barely hearable, but I think he's agreeing with me because
Yeah.
it's too frustrating.
All right,
Put it
guys.
in the
Let's
oven.
call this a night, and chip out, get this thing fixed here. All right.
I'm zero.
All right. So this will be the end of the video here. You got Zero, Jenny. I'm good old Grimlock, Grim, and we'll all see you all. Peace out.
Trips.